皆さんこんにちは。Hello, I'm Hitaku from Tokyo. Welcome to my video. Today, I'd like to talk about business practice in Japan. When you have chance to work in a Japanese-based company or doing business with Japanese people, you might be wondering how Japanese people do business. If you don't know business practice in Japan, you are possibly in trouble, so as to be impolite or end up failing working with them. In this video, I'd like to explain what Japanese business practices are and hope you will learn to know how you deal with Japanese companies and Japanese workers. Before moving on to the topic, let me introduce about myself. I'm Taku from Tokyo, Japan, born and raised here. I have working experience in Japanese companies for almost 10 years in Japan, so I understand Japanese people's work practice. Okay, move on to the topic. Business practice is quite distinctive and strict in Japan. If you had a chance to work with Japanese customer partner, you could have thought that Japanese people working there were quite strange or distinctive, and they are extremely polite and they follow hierarchy system in their society. Yes, we Japanese people must show politeness and change attitude based on hierarchy system in Japanese company and in the society. Otherwise, we cannot get along with our customers, supervisors, and even colleagues. I'd like to share some of our distinctive working practices in Japan. First, importance of greeting. First of all, we Japanese people consider greeting is important. If we won't greet and bow when we meet supervisor, senior, or customer, some of them may feel uncomfortable. For instance, when you come to your office in Japan in the morning, if supervisor or senior are already there at their desk, you could greet saying "Ohayo gozaimasu." This means a polite way of saying good morning and bow. When you go to customer's company and meet the person in charge of you, you need to stand up and say "Osewa ni natte orimasu," a polite way of saying hello in Japan, and bow. There are the way we do when meeting supervisors, seniors, and customers to show politeness to them. We sometimes show politeness even to colleagues saying "Ohayo gozaimasu," just polite way of saying good morning instead of "Ohayo," informal way of saying good morning. I consider Japan is one of the most politest country in the world. Second, business card exchange. When exchanging business cards, we have our own rules not to be impolite. We consider that the business cards reflect identity of card owners, and we never treat the card roughly. If we start to play with received name cards such as bending or twisting, the name card owners may feel humiliated. When passing your name card, you should hold your card by both hands and tell your name, company, and department and say "Yoroshiku onegai shimasu," itashimasu, polite way of saying nice to meet you. When receiving your customer or business partner's name card, you must stand up and receive it by both hands and say "arigatou gozaimasu," which means thank you very much. It is quite difficult to master how to exchange business cards in Japanese style, so if you are foreigner to Japanese, you don't need to follow their rules strictly because most of Japanese people also know you don't well understand Japanese people's distinctive exchanging name cards style, and they never mind. Dress code. Usually, Japanese companies' dress code is strictly ruled. Just not only wearing a suit, a particular color of suit and shirt is preferred for any genre of workers such as sales assistant, accounting, administrative jobs. If you enter a Japanese company in Japan, Japanese supervisor or customers prefer you to wear blackish suit and whitish shirt with simple tie for men. If you wear a whitish suit, most of Japanese think it is not for a job but for attending a party. If you wear a blackish shirt, they might regard you as a mafia member. They have such kind of prejudice to the particular color of the outfit. However, I guess most of Japanese-based companies in other countries allow employees to follow their country's style, not as strict as Japanese companies in Japan. But at least when meeting with Japanese customers, business partners, you can keep in mind that wearing suit or shirt is preferred by them. Indirect way of communication. Japanese people love indirect way of communication. They won't tell negative things often. Usually, Japanese people don't prefer to say negative things directly and tend to tell positive things only to keep good relationship with you. When you have meeting with Japanese customers, business partners, they won't directly refuse your offer. Usually, even if your suggestion cannot be accepted by them. So you need to feel their facial expression by their facial expression and the way of saying words and understand they like it or not. I know it is really frustrating, you cannot understand by what they say, but we have such kind of working practice of not telling negative matters directly. Importance of understanding situations. We Japanese people always think it's important to understand situation because as I told, many Japanese people won't tell negative things directly. So we need to understand the situation by yourself if each behavior is good or bad. If you suggest having dinner at the A restaurant to Japanese colleagues, they might basically agree even if they don't like A restaurant, but in the end they never show up by telling they're busy or any other reason. They won't say no because they fear their relationship gets worse if they refuse it. If you deal with Japanese person, you could keep such Japanese people's way of thinking in your mind. Drinking together. Japanese people consider it is important to have dinner with supervisor, customer, or business partner to build a relationship. And if they drink together, your communication with them can be much smoother during office hours after such event. If you attend dinner and communicate with them, next day they tend to agree to what you have been suggesting, such as purchasing your company's products, helping your project, and so on. If you don't hate drinking and like to build a relationship with customer, you should definitely do it to Japanese customer and partner too. Conclusion. Japanese working style and culture is quite distinctive and it cannot easily understood by other countries' people. They usually are extremely polite and don't like direct way of communication. If you understand such Japanese way of thinking, you possibly could get along with them more. I hope you will success. building good relationship with Japanese company, supervisor, customer, and business partner. Thank you for watching this video till the end. See you next time.